Hello. For this portion of their training, you will be taught how to fix trend breaks. The purpose of this PowerPoint is to explain each common trend break that QA may encounter, explain how you would fix them, and how to make a comment for them on the team entry sheet. First, let's go over some pre-checks. Before you attempt to fix a trend break, you must check the historical sources for any data entry errors and correct any data that is incorrect on the data entry sheet. If that fixes the trend break, fantastic, you're done. All you would have to do is leave a comment and we will go into comment formatting later on in this presentation. If you're fixing a one-day anomaly trend break, and we will go more into detail about what a one-day anomaly trend break is, you do not have to do any of the following steps. But if it is not a one-day anomaly trend break and you do not fix the problem by checking the historical source, you will need to do some research. So doing research doesn't mean we're looking for a value that would change the data or that would adjust and fix the trend break. We are instead looking for a reason as to why the data may have decreased. You're going to want to look for press releases on the state health department site, county health department site, and even Google News releases on the specific trend break date. Keep in mind that you cannot use Johns Hopkins, New York Times, or USA Facts, since these are our secondary sources that we use in the comparison sheets. After research, if you are unable to find any information, just include in your comment that no justification was found from any of the sources. Okay, how to do research. Step 1, you're going to want to search the specific county and state followed by coronavirus or COVID in the Google search bar. After this, you're going to select Tools, which is to the right of the Settings option. This will result in a drop-down menu directly underneath your different options here. You're going to want to click Anytime, and then you're going to want to select Custom Range, and this will open a calendar to allow you to choose whatever date you want. Select the date of the trend break for both from and to, and this will limit all of the results of your Google search to only publications that were released on this date. And then you're going to continue with your search. You're going to want to click on relevant website links to do research on why the trend break occurred for the specific date. Just as a reminder, again, you cannot use New York Times, Johns Hopkins, or USA Facts. So what are the different types of trend breaks? So there are 5 main trend breaks that you may encounter while completing your QA work. Trend break 1A, a one-day anomaly with a decrease. Trend break 1B, a one-day anomaly with an increase. Trend break 2, decrease in confirmed values. Trend break 3, a decrease in total values due to a decrease in probable values, or a combination of any of the above trend breaks. It's important to note that when you are fixing trend breaks, it is imperative that you fix them in order from 1 to 3 if you encounter multiple trend breaks at the same time. Okay, trend break 1A, a one-day anomaly with a decrease. One-day anomalies only apply to confirmed cases and confirmed deaths. They never apply to probable cases or probable deaths. Trend break 1A is a one-day anomaly with a decrease, and this is when there is a decreased value for the current day when compared to the values of the previous day and the next day. For it to be a one-day anomaly, the values of the previous day and the next day must be identical. How do you fix one of these trend breaks? As a reminder, you do not need to do any research for one-day anomalies. What you will do is you will update the current day's value to match the value of the previous day and the next day. So for this example, you would increase 573 to 574 to fix the trend break. Next, you're going to want to leave a comment on the cell that you updated, stating the update that you made. You're going to want to include the original data, what you changed it to, the data type, so confirmed cases or confirmed deaths, your reasoning, the date of the original trend break, and the specific county that the trend break occurred in. So for this example, it would be updated from 573 to 574 confirmed deaths to fix one-day anomaly trend break on 12/7 for Baltimore City. Next, we will look at trend break 1B. Trend break 1B is a one-day anomaly with an increase. Again, this trend break never applies to probable cases or probable deaths. And this is when there is an increased value for the current day when compared to the value of the previous day or the next day. And you can note a one-day anomaly with the cyan highlight here. How do you fix a one-day anomaly increase? Again, you're going to want to change the one-day anomaly to match that of the day before and the day after. So in this example, you're going to update 575 to 574. The comment for this example would be updated from 575 to 574 confirmed deaths to fix one-day anomaly trend break on 12/7 for Baltimore City. Again, you're going to want to include all of these specifications in every comment you leave regarding a trend break. Trend break number 2. What is a number 2 trend break? So this is when there is a decrease in confirmed cases or confirmed deaths. These will be noted with a dark blue highlight, and they will look different than the one-day anomalies, which are the cyan highlight, as seen here. The dark blue highlighting can just be on the confirmed cases and deaths or also on the probable cases and deaths. The key thing to note is that it's the confirmed values decreasing, which causes trend break number 2. Also note that the next day, so 12:02 in this case, value could be the same as the current day, smaller than it is, or larger than it is, but it cannot equal the previous day, as this would be a one-day anomaly. So in this example, for 12:02, we could have 284, 287, or 285, but we could not have 286, as that would be a one-day anomaly. So how do you fix a number 2 trend break? First, you're going to want to do your research and see if you can find any justification for this trend break. Then you're going to want to decrease the confirmed cases or deaths before the current day to match that of the current day. And then you're going to need to increase the unknown county's confirmed cases or deaths by the same number that you decreased the previous days by. And you can repeat this for up to 5 previous days as needed. But if you're noticing the trend break is longer than 5 days, please reach out to your QA team lead in your regional channel. So in this example, the previous day is 11:30, the current day is 12:01, and you're going to want to update the previous day's 286 to 285 confirmed deaths to match that of the current day. And then, because you have decreased the confirmed deaths, you must also increase the unknown confirmed deaths by 1 or whatever you decrease this by, just so that the state total remains the same. Okay, how do you leave a comment? So again, you're going to want to make sure you include all of the specifics that we have been including on all of the other comments. For this example, you would say decrease from 286 to 285 confirmed deaths to fix the trend break on 12:01. No justification was found for this change. I assumed one confirmed death was reassigned to another county and moved one confirmed death to unknown. And don't forget to also comment on the unknown cell that you increased to say increased from 41 to 42 to account for reassigned confirmed death. And here is an example. This is the comment you would leave on the cell that you changed. And this is the comment you would leave on the unknown row. Next, let's discuss trend break number 3. So this is the trickiest trend break because probable cases and deaths decreasing on their own doesn't necessarily lead to this type of trend break, but if they decrease the total cases and deaths, then it's classified as a trend break. Trend break 3 is when there's a decrease in total cases or total deaths caused by a decrease in probable cases or probable deaths. So for this example, you have 66 confirmed cases and 5 probable cases, which leads you with 71 total cases for 10/6. But then the next day, you have 66 confirmed cases and 3 probable cases, which would leave you with only 69 total cases. That's why there is a trend break. All right, how to fix a number 3 trend break. You're going to want to do your research like always and see if you can find any explanation as to why this decrease occurred. And next, you're going to want to decrease the probable cases or deaths before the current day of the trend break until the trend break's dark blue highlighting disappears completely. For this example, you do not change the unknowns. You can repeat this for up to 5 days, but if it's more than 5 days, please reach out to your QA team lead. It's important to note that the previous day's probable cases and deaths do not need to always equal the current day's probable cases and deaths. They only need to be reduced to make sure the total cases and deaths are equal when looking at the previous day versus the current day. For example, if the confirmed cases and probable cases on 10/6 had been 65 and 5 originally, while 10/7 was the same as shown here, 66 and 3, then we would only need to decrease 10/6's probable cases from 5 to 4, as this would ensure that the total cases would equal each other on 10/6 and 10/7. And when you fix that trend break, do not forget to leave a comment. You're going to want to include all of the specifics that we have been including on every single comment so far for our trend breaks. And the example for this would be change from 5 to 3 probable cases on 10/6 to fix trend break on 10/7. No justification found from any source on this change. I assumed 2 probable cases had tested negative for COVID-19 and removed 2 probable cases from this county. And here is the example. Just as a reminder, you may need to update multiple dates and insert multiple comments whenever you change the data and fix number 3 trend breaks, as you may cause trend breaks to occur in the previous days. Trend breaks 2 and 3 together. So what happens when you see a number 2 and number 3 trend break? First, you're going to want to fix the number 2 trend break, which is confirmed cases. And then second, you're going to want to fix the number 3 trend break. So the main point of this slide is sometimes you will notice that there are different trend breaks occurring at the same time. Just make sure you fix them in order from 1 to 3. Do not start with number 3 trend breaks. Do not start with number 2 trend breaks. If there's a one-day anomaly, make sure that you fix them in order from 1A, 1B, 2, and 3. Another reason you might see a discrepancy or a trend break is when a state or county health department changes their data reporting. So if you find a historic or recent change in data reporting methods, you do not need to change the data, but it is extremely important that you message your regional team channel with the information on this data reporting change, and make sure to tag your QA and data entry team leads and explain the change in reporting method you discovered and include a link to the source. This will get communicated to the track managers and QA liaison, who will keep track of overall changes in the data reporting methodology. Thanks for watching and best of luck fixing trend breaks.